What's your name, age, and where are you from?
My name is Beth Smith. I go by Kelly out here in Santa Ana. I'm from lots of places. I was born in Illinois. I grew up mostly in New Jersey, in the woods, a small town called Hopewell. I lived in many states, been to 49 of them, lived in like 7 of them. Went to college in Jersey and Colorado. Lived in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, Maine, Orlando, Florida, here in California, and Arizona, Oregon, a lot of different places.
Kelly, what was your childhood like?
I had a wonderful childhood. I'm very lucky. I realize now, after talking to so many people, my parents raised me. They were kind of hippies from the '60s, and so my dad's a doctor, a professor, a PhD, a professor of American history. So in the summers of all of my childhood, we camped. And by the way, I used to love to camp. I don't ever have to camp again, ever. But we camped around the U.S. We'd pack a VW bus and travel around the United States, and he'd have jobs in different universities, and so we'd camp and go gold panning in the Bighorn Mountains, and go through Yellowstone and Jackson Hole, and I had a really good childhood. I had a really good childhood.
And what did you want to be when you were growing up?
I didn't know. I mean, when I was 18 years old and as in my senior year of high school, I changed my mind 15 times. At one point, I wanted to go to FI, Fashion Institute of Technology. I don't have an idea of what a color looks good on me. I am not a fashion person. I hate to shop. It wouldn't have suited me. But I was a navigator when I was growing up. I love maps, and I grew up like navigating, literally navigating. I had a map of the United States above my bed, and I had a map of the world on the back wall, and I would just like kind of look and decide where I wanted to go. I got a Rand McNally Road Atlas from some member of my family every Christmas, probably for 15 years. I still get one. I read maps like people read books, so I liked maps, and I was a navigator. So I didn't want to be a pilot. It's not like that's what I aspired to be, but that's what I did. I ended up doing.
Kelly, what's your happiest moment?
My happiest moment, although it wasn't a happy moment, I had a cesarean and I was not happy. But my happiest moment is giving birth to my son, for sure. My happiest moment, my happiest thing in the world is, the love for my son.
What's your saddest moment in your life?
Probably, well, it's not one moment. It was the course of a lot of years, and that was the custody battle.
Who's the most? Keep going.
Yeah, there was the custody battle that I went through, and ironically, I just learned recently that they diagnosed me with PTSD, and I learned that, and it's ironic because it's really true. PTSD, obviously, I'm sure your students know what it is, but the difference between just like something sad versus the PTSD is when it's like when you can't speak about it, when it hurts that bad, and so the saddest moment was, when my son was 10 years old. I'd already been in a custody battle for 10 years, so it was that. Sorry, I can't talk about that.
Thank you for sharing that, Kelly. Kelly, who's the most important person to you?
My son Jake.
And what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for his health. I'm grateful for my health. The way I've lived, I shouldn't even have my teeth, much less my health. I'm grateful for my family, although they're 3,000 miles away. I'm grateful for my son.
The last question I want to ask you, Kelly, is If you can give advice to a teenager today, what would you tell them?
Can I swear? I tell them that they're not bullshitting. You know, drugs are no good. The choices you make dictate the life you lead. That's a famous quote, isn't it? And it's very true. And so, you know, I was a pilot by education. I said that. I went to flight school. I have a bachelor's degree in aerospace science. I flew airplanes 5 days a week for 18 years. And I lost all of my pilot's license. I got my private pilot's license on June 18th, 1986. My commercial instrument in 88. My associate's degree, and then I went and got my bachelor's degree in Denver. And then I had the choice of going in the military, or, you know, have a rich family, or you teach to build my hours. And I had to build my hours because I wanted to fly for the airlines. And so I wasn't going to the military. So I taught people how to fly airplanes for 7 years. And I also bartended my way through flight school. So as I was building my life, I was simultaneously destroying it. I am of Irish heritage, so you know, I believe it is disease. But anyway, they're not bullshitting you. You know, the choices you make dictate the life you lead. And as I was, you know, really building, and I was driven, still am, although you wouldn't know. But my rap sheet, my record, they took all my pilot's licenses away. I mean, I could have got them back, and I still can. But bottom line is, you know, drugs, alcohol, you know, I mean, like poor kids getting DUIs or killing people, or, you know, getting killed in DUIs in high school or graduation, or, you know, it's so sad. And it's just the choices you make really, really can either lift you up or drag you to the depths of hell.
Kelly, thank you for sharing so honestly with us.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a surprise question from my friend Kim. Go ahead,
Actually,
Kim.
we have two.
Two questions.
Two, because we're both females and it's kind of a female thing. One,
Kim, sit down next to her while you ask the question. Kimberly's joining Kelly, and we have a VIP question right here.
actually it's a two-part. Us being women, we kind of think about, you know, if we could go back in time. If we could go back in time, what point in your time would you change?
Well, if you ask me, people who say they have no regrets, excuse me, I'm gonna swear, are full of shit. Sorry about that, guys. What would I change? I would change a lot. I would change a lot.
And this is the biggest one.
I would change a lot. I mean, I would change a lot. I would change my choices. I would change my choices in men. I would change my choices in drugs, or doing or not doing drugs, because I was always driven. So I didn't have that problem, you know. I had these two different lives, you know, like I was bartending and I was flying airplanes, you know. I was doing this way and this way, and so would I change? I would change a whole lot.
One more quick question. If you could have one wish in the whole world, what would it be?
Well, you know, when they ask you that, you're supposed to say, "I wish I could be magic," so then you can make them all come true. But
Just one.
for happiness for my son. And there you have it. Sorry, I'm, you know.
Emotional.
And so there you have it.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. We can't wait to have you at our gallery in February. And I am 100% confident that your words, your testimony, and your encouragement is just going to touch the hearts of many people beyond the high school class. So we just thank you for your time. We thank you for your life, Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you.